Hey guys, and welcome back to the JTO channel, and this is your official preview of Aston Villa versus Chelsea tomorrow Sunday. This is the last game of the Premier League season, and can I just say, people, wow, this season has gone quick, bro. Like, I can remember our first game of the season that we played against Brighton away when Tariq Lamptey was putting Alonso in a spliff, and then Reece James out of nowhere just absolutely ran the show with a rocket of a shot, went in the top bins. Kurt Zuma scored. Timo Werner played well in that game, giving himself a penalty. Oh my god, it's been a long season, people. It has been such a long season, man. And boy, from that first Premier League game to just all the emotions we've gone through, from the times on the Lampard when we were going on that unbeaten run, to then the dip in form, and then we sacked him, and then we got Thomas Tuchel in, and then we've been on the rise since. And obviously recently the FA Cup final lost, but now we're back in the top 4 race. It's like, it's been such an up and down season for us, and I think so far it looks like it could end on a high. We could still really end on a high, or we could really end in a low, and we don't want to end in a low. So this is your preview tomorrow. Everyone's playing at the same time tomorrow. So Liverpool Palace are playing at the same time as us. Leicester Tottenham playing. Like, every single game that's being played tomorrow is playing at the same time. They do this in the Prem where every game is played at the same time if it's the last game of the season. So yeah, also you got Aston Villa at Villa Park tomorrow, 4 p.m. And yeah, it's going to be a tough game. In terms of, they've got nothing to fight for. They're not going to get European football. You would presume that some of them are on the beach. But I think there are some people who might not be. For example, obviously you've got certain competitions going on this year. I think Copa America is happening this year. The Euros is obviously happening this year. So you got the likes of Konsa and Mings. They're going to be fighting for a Euro spot for England. You've got Martinez, who's going to want to be Argentina's #1 goalkeeper. You've got Douglas Luiz, who's going to want to be part of the Brazil squad. Jack Grealish, he's obviously just come back from injury recently. We all know he's going to want to be part of that England squad. So, you know, Southgate's going to be watching in that. Ollie Watkins, that's a big one as well, because for me it's going to be between him and Patrick Bamford to see who that third striker is to go to the Euros with, because we all know it's going to be Kane and Dominic Calvert-Lewin that go. But who's going to be the third one? Would it be Bamford or Ollie Watkins? Now, I'm just going to say this for the sake of it. If Tammy Abraham was playing regularly and scoring, Tammy would go over the two. Let me just make that clear. But because Tammy's not going, it's left the door open for one of the likes of Bamford and Ollie Watkins, or even Callum Wilson to get involved. So yeah, those guys that I've just mentioned are gonna want to perform tomorrow. That play against us. It's gonna be a tight game. Villa are no joke. They're a good side, man. They're a really good side. Obviously, they've improved defensively this year from last year. They went from, being in a relegation battle to this year trying to compete for Europe. They just fell short, though, with a bit of inconsistency. The Jack Grealish injury did affect them a bit, so yeah. Obviously, team news in terms of Thomas Tuchel. He said that, and by the way, he done his press conference yesterday, so I'm not quite sure on the update. So basically, with Kante, it was going to be a tight one. He was going to do a test today, and if he's not part of the squad tomorrow, then he'll be back in training on Monday. For me, I'm not going to play him in this game. Christensen, he's fit. He's in the squad for tomorrow. So, yep, he's going to be involved. If he starts anyway, he'll be at least on the bench. That's the bare minimum. And then Kai Havertz, I expect that he's going to be fit. If not, it was just a minor hamstring issue. It wasn't too big. Must have been one of those like light ones that you suffer that, ooh, yeah, that was just a bit painful, you understand? Not something where it's going to affect you. So, yeah, at the end of the day, tomorrow it's going to be serious, but it's not, because some of the players that I'm going to mention don't want to get injured, because they're going to want to play in the Champions League final, seeing as that is the biggest game of pretty much their careers. The likes of Mason Mount, Timo Werner, Pulisic, flipping Jorginho, Kante. Do you know what I mean? Those guys. So let's just get into the lineup straight away. I've made some changes for tomorrow. It's not really because anyone's been bad or anything. It's just, these are just my changes. So in goal, we're going with Edouard Mendy. Absolute brilliant goalkeeper. Obviously, been second most clean sheets this season. For me, he should be. I think he's been the best goalkeeper this season. I think he's been better on the ball than Edison, and the stats actually prove that as well. So, just saying. Yeah, obviously Edison's a brilliant goalkeeper. Martinez has been brilliant for Aston Villa. I think Martinez has been a big reason why Villa have been able to do so well defensively this season, and I feel like Mendy's a big reason why we've been able to do so well this season defensively too. So credit where credit's due for Mendy. His passing out from the back has absolutely been great as well. So it's absolutely improved. That Leicester game when he was opening the lines and yeah, that was splitting the press. That was brilliant from him. So Mendy in goal. Move on to a back three. Me personally, Rudiger starts. That's one. Guaranteed. Do I put Thiago Silva in? This one's difficult because he played Arsenal, he played Leicester, and he then played them again. So, all in the space of a week, 3 games in a week is pretty mad. So I'm just thinking, do you reckon it's right if I put Thiago Silva in? Or Zuma? Should Zuma come in? Nah, I'm going to put Thiago Silva in. He's got 6 days to recover for the Champions League final. So for me, I think he should go in. I think at right centre back, I think it should be Christensen. I think we should bring him back in, just so he helps out with who I'm gonna put at wing back to deal with Jack Grealish. So for me, the back three is Rudiger, Thiago Silva, and Andreas Christensen. I feel like Christensen in that right centre back role, he's been growing into it a lot more. His ability to carry the ball out from the back is good. His ability to find the spaces, find the number 10s in like the Mason Mounts, the possibly the Pulisic or the Ziyech's, just the guys who play in around that 10 who drop deeper, you know, finding space for the likes of Kovacic and Jorginho, Kante, all of these guys. He just finds those split passes which, you know, sort of ruins the other team's press, and then it helps us to go forward and create space for ourselves and try to create opportunities. So yeah, Christensen does that really well. So for me, I play him. At right wing back, Reece James, again, still with Jack Grealish. I just want him and Christensen to double team on Jack Grealish, and Matt Target will be coming as well. So yeah, for me, Reece James plays. The left wing back, Ben Chilwell. What else do I have to say about this guy? Absolutely brilliant. I mean, you know, I'm just saying at the Euros, he will start for England, not Luke Shaw. As much as Luke Shaw's had an absolute brilliant season, he has been better than Chilwell this season. Let me not cap. I still think Ben Chilwell is the better left back. Let me just make that clear. But yeah, for me, Ben Chilwell left wing back, and boom. We move on to the double pivot, double sixes. For me, Kante, bruv. Look, if he travels with the squad, cool in it. Like, put him on the bench or something. He can come on for like the last 20-30 minutes or something like that, yeah? I wouldn't even bring him on, actually. Kovacic and Jorginho for me. The only way Kante comes on is if one of them maybe gets sent off or if one of them get injured. Touch wood. Hopefully, neither do any of that. So, yeah. Kovacic and Jorginho, let Kova get 90 minutes. You know, build up that match fitness for the Champions League final if he starts or comes off the bench. Jorginho, because what options do we have? I mean, Billy Gilmour could get involved maybe, who knows, but it's such a big game, it's an important game tomorrow, so, you know, Billy has shown he can, you know, perform when it matters, but, you know, it's going to be Jorginho and Kovacic tomorrow. We move on now to the front three. Obviously, Kai is fit, but I wouldn't play him. I know it's going to be the last game we potentially see one of, if not both, Tammy and Olivier Giroud. Unfortunately, I don't think either will play, but I do think it'll be their last Premier League like involvement, you know, being part of the squad in a Premier League game for both of them, especially Giroud. Look, at the end of the day, good luck to both of them. I'm not going to play them during this game. This game's way too important to be trying out either of those two. So for me, the front three is Mason Mount, Money Mace. We already know why. I don't need to explain much. The other 10, I'm going to put Christian Pulisic. Now, I know with Pulisic, recently he hasn't been in good form. Just recently. Like, he's lost, 3 starts. So the game against Leicester City, I thought first half he was alright, second half he was dreadful. The game against Arsenal, like, he wasn't great either, and the game against City was okay. So he's been average / pretty trash, I'll be real. Average / not good enough in the last 3 games for me, that he started anyway. The Leicester game, when he came on, he was brilliant, but yeah, I'm going to start him in this game because I just feel like he needs momentum heading into that Champions League final. I would start him in that final because he's a big game player. I think when it matters, when things are on the line, he turns up and he does really well. His ability to dribble, his ability to take players 1v1 with his skill, his pace and his power on the ball, his agility, yeah, it's class. So for me, Pulisic at those 10s with Mason Mount for the creativity, for the ability to score goals and create chances. 4, who's going to be up front, which is going to be Timo Werner. Now for me, I think Tuchel pretty much confirmed Timo was going to start. He pretty much said it in his interview after we beat Leicester City. So for me, Timo starts. His ability to run in behind. I think Villa will play with a high line tomorrow, which is why I do think we'll beat them 3-1. I think Timo will score tomorrow. I feel like I just want him to go into a Champions League final knowing he scored a goal. I want him to feel confident. You know, I don't want his confidence to be, you know, shot in a way. Look, I may not rate the guy or anything like that, yeah, but in this system, at least he offers me something. He offers me something when he's not scoring. Do you get what I'm saying? With his work rate, he's pressing from the front, you know, his ability to get in the right positions to at least get the shots off, whether he misses them or scores them. So hopefully tomorrow, Timo Werner can get himself a goal, go into that Champions League final with bare confidence, knowing he scored and be like, yeah. Because we need him to score in that final. Okay, if he's starting in that final, he needs to score if he gets a chance. Because this is where people will change their mind on you, yeah? If he misses a sitter in the Champions League final, for example, and we lose that final because he missed a sitter, it's going to be peak for him. So hopefully he doesn't. So hopefully he gets momentum tomorrow, get that much sharpness, get that confidence tomorrow, because it's a big game tomorrow against Villa. And then, yeah, that would be my lineup, people. I'll just say it again quickly. Mendy in goal, Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Andreas Christensen, Reece James and Ben Chilwell as wing backs, Kovacic and Jorginho as our double pivot, and then a front three of Pulisic, Mason Mount and Timo Werner. And I think tomorrow we are going to win this game 3-1. I know fans are back in the stadium, but I think we're going to win 3-1. Why do I think we're going to win 3-1? Because when this team is actually serious, when this team knows something's on the line, they get the job done. Leicester City, they showed it. This game, they know it's not over. They know if they draw or lose, they know they're going to be out of the top 4. The players know they have to win tomorrow. They're not going to be relying on Tottenham to beat Leicester or Palace to get a draw at Liverpool. None. None of that. Yeah? They know they have to go out there and get the job done tomorrow, and I believe they will get the job done tomorrow. We're going to win 3-1. At the end of the day, this home fans thing, it didn't really make an impact. Out of the 10 games played in midweek, 5 of the teams that were at home lost. 1 team drew. Only 4 home teams won. And that was, correct me if I'm wrong, but Chelsea was one of them. Who else was one of them? Everton was another one. Newcastle was another one. And there was one more team that won. Who was it? Who was it? There was another team that won. Because I know Palace lost at home. I know Tottenham lost at home. I know Southampton lost at home. Who else lost at home? Man United drew at home as well. So, yeah. You know what I mean? So it didn't really make an impact bringing home fans. I mean, there's more teams that lost at home than won. So, don't really matter. Even though I think the ones who are at home tomorrow are more likely to win than the ones that performed on midweek. So, my score prediction, like I said, 3-1. Goal scorers, Timo Werner, Christian Pulisic, and a... Ooh, you know what? Timo Werner scored twice. Pulisic to get 1 goal. Those two need to build confidence for the Champions League final. Come on, you Blues. We need that win tomorrow, or top 4 is done out here for us. Done out here. If we don't get top 4, we have to go ahead and win Champions League final. Nah, I'm not trying to do that. Anyway, guys, please like, comment, subscribe. Turn those post notifications on. And I'll see you lot in my next video. Follow my social media down below. Come on, you Blues. get top 4 tomorrow, and then we move on to the Champions League final. Peace.